Hi, this is Antrumans Carlos, and
Yes, this is Carlos.
this is a quick video responding to the recent announcement that Hollywood has,
Okay.
and particularly the Warner Brothers studio, has announced that they are now developing, they are intending to make a movie version of Attack on Titan.
Really?
Yes, really, yes.
Attack on Titan again.
I have told you, yes. I mean, we say again
It
because...
began
yeah.
with a manga story,
Indeed.
and then anime, and
Yes.
real actor movie in Japan.
A
know.
live action movie
Live action, yeah.
directed by Mr. Shinji Higuchi. The Japanese one was directed by Shinji Higuchi,
Yeah.
and I gather it did not go down very well. This movie, it was not well received by Japanese people. Is that correct?
Yeah. I watched the first one, and the people people are not interested. Doesn't seem.
They were bored, and they were not impressed by the special effects.
And the in the screenplay making through the making a screenplay.
Yeah.
In the process, one of the critic is joined it.
Yes, there was a Japanese film critic.
Japanese film critic.
Involved
But
in the screenplay.
The screenplay.
Yeah.
So and that was not good.
You mean
Maybe.
the response from the fans?
Yeah,
was
negative. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Just,
And so, I mean, it's
just information.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting that it did not work because Shinji Higuchi, I believe, is a well-respected figure in film effects in Japan,
Yes.
and he is familiar to fans, and he also, of course, went on to success because after Attack on Titan, he then co-directed Shin Godzilla with Mr. Hideaki Anno. And Shin Godzilla, of course, was very well received by fans.
Yeah, he has a good reputation of that area.
Yeah, but their version of Attack on Titan simply did not work in Japan.
My impression was it was all acted by Japanese actor.
Yeah.
So while I'm reading manga, we saw the characters are all German.
Yes, indeed.
But it suddenly became a Japanese version of the some what do you say? No, I don't know. It looks like old Japanese movie.
Yeah.
So
yes. I mean,
we have an imagination that it happened in Germany.
Yes. And
Germany.
And actually, I believe some of the filming of the Japanese movie took place, I believe, on Gunkanjima, which is this which is this famous It's this famous ruined islands very near Nagasaki.
Impressive scenery.
Which which I found interesting. But I saw the first of the Attack on Titan movies by Higuchi, and I was not really impressed. I did not really like the human characters much.
Okay, anyway, the new Hollywood movie.
Yes, so it's the new Hollywood movie now, which is now announced, and the director who's attached to it, his name is Andre Muschietti. Yes, who is believed Argentinian, and he is best known for directing a horror movie called It, which was based on the Stephen King novel, and was a massive box office success in America. I think a couple of years ago. It's the movie about the group of kids and the monster that appears in the form of a clown, and most people thought it was a really scary movie. So for that reason alone, people are interested, I think, in this new Titan movie. I am hopeful. I mean, I did like it. I mean, so I'm
American
hoping,
and Western fans are hoping to a horror movie through Titan story.
Yes, they're hoping it will be a really scary movie. I mean, one obvious problem though is that the Titan, Attack on Titan, it is a serial. I mean, it's a long story. It's the kind of story that you see one episode, you wait for a week, you see another, and the story twists and turns in all kinds of ways.
The TV series is still
running, yes, and so I do wonder whether that kind of thing is ever going to work as a movie, because a movie it's a different shape. It's a different kind of thing. You're not reading one episode and then you wait and you wonder, where the hell is the story happening, or this is a shocking development. How is it going to continue? In a movie, you just watch it all as one lump, one thing, and I'm not sure it's going to work in that form. And the other obvious problem is that there's too much story for one movie. It's you could never tell the whole story in one film.
No.
And so that is always going to be a problem. I mean, maybe they are planning to make 3 or 4 movies, but that's very, very risky. I mean, it all does depend on whether the first movie is successful.
Second one, third one.
Yeah, and and if the first movie is not that successful, then it will just be a big embarrassment, because you will have this movie that's saying all the way through, we're going to explain this all later, we're going to develop this all later, and then that would be just very embarrassing if the first movie is not a success. But of course, the other big issue, which has been the big issue in recent years, is about what American fans call race bending. I mean,
what do you mean?
Okay, race bending is basically what happens when you have non-white, non-American characters in a work of fiction, and then it is adapted in America, and then suddenly all of the characters are turned into white characters or into American characters. And the big examples in the last year has been with Ghost in the Shell, which was turned into a Hollywood movie with Scarlett Johansson. Indeed. And the other big...
The original anime character was Japanese woman.
Well, that's very debatable. I mean, yes, I mean, in the manga, she is Japanese.
She is obviously Japanese character.
Well,
other characters, some other character looks the Western.
Looks Western.
Looks Western.
I mean, even with Ghost in the Shell, fans argue about the nationality. It's complicated because in the Mamoru Oshii anime, in that case, the setting is based in Hong Kong. So the nationality of Kusanagi was always kind of very uncertain, even in the Japanese versions. But nonetheless, a lot of fans argue that it should have been a Japanese actor, or at least an Asian actor, perhaps.
The name of the character is obviously Japanese.
Yes, although it also seems to be a code name, because Kusanagi is not exactly a realistic name for.
We watch as a Japanese character anyway, so.
And then there was the case of Death Note, which was only a few months after Ghost in the Shell, which again there.
I don't know. Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note. It was made as a film for Netflix, and in this version, L and Light are both played by American actors. Although L is actually played by a black American actor, Light is played by a white American actor. But again, a lot of people were angry, and they said that they really should have been Asian actors.
Okay.
So this, I mean, there's an argument, for example, that
if they were a Hollywood movie and it is performed by the Japanese actors, for Japanese it looks strange.
You think so?
Hollywood movies is all acted by the American.
So in other words, you're saying that
Oh.
when Japanese actors sit down to watch a Hollywood movie, they actually expect
But
American
but
actors.
in the case of the 広角機動隊 and Ghost in the Shell,
Yeah,
it looks strange, but
Yeah.
it depends on the film's works.
yes. And then, as we were saying at the beginning, Attack on
Oh.
Titan's complicated again because in the manga,
So yeah.
yes,
In that case, yeah.
Yes.
It can be true that while we are reading the manga,
yeah,
it is not that obvious, but we
yeah,
think they are German.
yes,
And even in the story, the character Mikasa,
Yeah.
Mikasa is a Japanese name.
yes.
And we
But she
noticed-
is, the exception. I mean, I think
Right,
in the actual story, as I said, that she
Right.
is
And we
unusual
noticed-
character.
yeah.
She is racially different from the other characters.
Right. And yeah, that's why we know that other people
Yeah.
are all Western people.
Yes, indeed. So I mean, obviously,
So in this case,
yeah.
what does it do?
To be honest, I think race
it's quite
bending.
natural.
Yeah,
race bending.
I think race bending will be less of an issue with Attack on Titan because I mean the only thing that they will
So
have
in the case of the Japanese,
Yeah.
the real actor movie,
Yeah.
it was all performed by Japanese actor.
and that seems
It
weird
seems
to you. Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Race bending.
Yes. That race bending
That's
seems strange
funny.
to you.
That's funny. Okay, the New York the musical is introduced in Japan and all performed by the cats are all performed by Japanese
Yeah.
character.
The Broadway
All
musicals.
other,
Yes. Yeah.
The Phantom of Opera,
Yes.
opera is also performed by all Japanese characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that similar
Yeah.
to the case of the Attack of Titan, the Japanese film of the Attack of Titan.
Right. That's how you feel. Okay.
Yeah, that it's my feeling. But in that case, yeah. In the for the American fans,
Yeah.
the Ghost in the Shell
Yeah.
is thought to be the race bending.
Yes. I mean, it was controversial.
Oh.
I mean, I do think that a Hollywood Attack on Titan would be less controversial because you could have Western actors in most of the roles. The only thing is you would need to have a Japanese actor in the role of Mikasa.
Mikasa.
Yes, I mean otherwise American fans would be really really angry. They would say that she should be Japanese. She has to be Japanese because that's very important story points.
Okay.
And yeah, but otherwise, I think they would accept Western actors in the roles of Eren and Levi and all the other actors.
Yeah.
I mean, my main concern is just how are they going to do the story? I mean, when they did the Japanese live action movie, they did alter the story very deeply right from the beginning. I mean, right from the start, they made huge changes to the story in the Japanese version.
And they say that they announced that
Yeah.
it is different world.
It was a different... Right, they did say that. I mean, was the story... for you, what did you think of the story of the live-action Japanese movie? Did you think the story was okay?
In the case of Japanese.
Yes. In the case of the Shinji Miguchi movie, did you think
No,
story...
I am not in the position of give any comments. No idea. I watched only the first one.
Right.
Oh.
What do you think of the story? Just no comments.
Stop
or-
watching. No idea.
You really were not very
But
interested or invested in the story of
I had read the manga,
Yeah.
and I had a strong image of each character.
the... Yes, yeah.
Especially that manga
Yeah.
had the strong
Yeah.
the image.
Yes,
Each character has
yeah. Yeah.
Different.
And obviously in the Japanese live action movie it messes all that up. I mean the characters are altered in very big ways.
In mind.
Yeah. And so you were just not interested, it sounds like it.
Yeah, that's right. And also we know that the actors that we could say who is performing.
That's interesting.
And in the case of
in
the case of Hollywood movie, we sometimes do not know that who is the actor.
Indeed. Yes.
And it also influences when we watch such movie, science fiction movies.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Okay, so that means that
we couldn't concentrate to the stories.
Yeah, because you are distracted by the familiar faces.
Right.
Well, obviously, Attack on Titan, the manga and anime are about young people. That's one of the issues. So maybe the American movie will hire a lot of unknown young actors to play them. Of course, the other possibility in the Hollywood movie is that they may well make the characters older. They may well make the characters older than they were in the manga. I mean, obviously in the manga, the characters like Eren and Mikasa and Armin are all teenagers. It may be that in the film they are made to be in their 20s or their 30s. They may be aged up. That's very often happens in Hollywood movies. But again, the risk is that fans of the manga may just lose interest because they may just think, these are not the people that I have the strong image of from the manga.
Okay, I understand.
That is a big danger, I think.
Yeah, the manga is quite popular now among Japanese fans, not only Japanese, and so we had a strong image of character that are difficult to make a real actor movie.
Live action movie.
and I'm interested in who will perform the Levi, who is
Levi, yes.
the small guy. Except Michael J. Fox. Is there any good actors?
Yes, I don't think Michael J. Yes, but I don't think Michael J. Fox is available. They will just have to try to find a new actor.
New actor.
Either that, or they will just have to cut him out of the story. Maybe they will finish the film before he comes into the film, so they will leave him out, which will obviously then have a lot of angry fans saying, "Where's Levi?" I mean, it is going to be a problem with the film because the film has a limited time span. They will just have to cut so much out here and there. And the point is that a lot of fans they love Levi or they love Annie
that's the point. Levi is really loved by female fans.
Okay, that's a warning for the director of the new film. Do not cut out Levi and do not muck him up. You've got to do him properly. Would you say that Levi is more important than Eren or? Maybe just have Levi as the hero. Maybe just cut out Eren and just have Levi and Mikasa. Have relationships with Levi and Mikasa. Forget Eren. Okay, that's our idea. That's our advice. If you're watching the video, Mr. Director, cut out Eren. Maybe cut out Armin. They don't matter. Just have Levi.
His crazy idea.
Just have Levi and Mikasa. That is our solution. Levi and Mikasa. They are the main characters. We have solved the problem. Yes, we have solved the problem.
Sub-story of Titans. Love story.
Right. We will be very, very angry if this idea is not used. Okay. It's the Levi and Mikasa story.
No, not my idea.
Goodbye.
Bye.